Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles. Today I'm going to go over the Maker Quarterly Club for the first quarter of the year, January through March. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and show you what was in it. And I'm going to go over the project so you can, if you've got that kit, you can, or that club, you can make along with me. But first, let's say welcome new subscribers. Welcome back, subscribers. I'm happy to have you here with me and my maker shenanigans. I do like to do the sewing things, the yarny things, and the DIY things. So you will see a little bit of all of that here on this channel. If you like to make things, you might like it here. All right, y'all. So the Maker Quarterly Club, let me tell you a little bit about that. It does come with a bigger bag and usually some other sewn extra. This month had a pouch. I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. And it comes with a project to make. It comes with all the things you need to make a project. This month we're doing a multimedia canvas for spring. Each quarter is going to be themed by the season. That was just the easiest thing for me to do. So this first quarter is spring. The next quarter, which will be, let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, will go up for sale on the 15th of March. They'll be for sale through the end of the month. They are those are $55, and that does include shipping, domestic shipping. So that club will be summer themed, and it will have a different type of bag. Next month's bag is going to be a tote, much like the ones I showed you in my vlog that's going on this week. And then I haven't decided what the extra. I think I know what the extra is going to be, but I'm not going to say yet. It'll be in the listed description. But it will be summer themed, and I believe I'm going to do an embroidery project for the second semester. Not the semester. I'm still stuck on school. The second quarter club, okay? I only have 20 spots available for this club, y'all. And I had some people ask me from the very beginning that are in the club already. I'm going to send them emails first, so if they want to jump in on it, they can. I can't do more than 20 spots right now because I'm still doing the Mini Maker Club, and I have to do those, so I can't do any more than 20 right now. But what I'm thinking about doing is maybe if some people are interested in the projects that come along with it, I could probably do like put together some of just the project kits, right? Because that doesn't require me to make anything and just put things together for y'all. So that's something I could look into. So I am going to send an email to those people first, and if they decide they want it, then I'll they may all be gone already, but maybe not. Not everybody wants to do every quarter, but I didn't sign up for the whole. I didn't do a sign up for the whole year or reservation spots. I figured since they purchased the first quarter, I would give them the option first to get the second quarter if they wanted to. Okay, so I can hear some people now saying, well, how am I supposed to get in this? But I do the best I can. I try to keep a balance to get people happy, or whatever you want to say that, but I can only do what I can only do. I really can't do more than 20 spots because I have to make the bags, and they're bigger bags, so they take longer to make anyway. But like I said, if you really like the project in the quarterly club, you can I'll just wait to hear your feedback, and maybe I'll put together some kits with just the project or something like that. All right, so let's take a look at what's in this first quarterly club. So I'm going to go start with the bag. I picked this cute, I'm going to pick my paper out so I can know what I'm talking about. Typically, when I pick prints for my bags, I pick from different lines of fabric. I don't always pick from one line of fabric. These fabrics all came from the same line because I just loved them, and I loved the way they went together, and it was just perfect for spring. So these all come from the, it's called Frond, Frond, Frond of You and it's by Dear Stella. That's the line of fabrics it comes from. So the exterior fabric is called Potted Like It's Hot Gnomes. Isn't that just adorable? I love it. And the top, I love this fabric. It's actually snails that makes this pattern. Of course, when I had to cut a big yardage of it, that is not easy to look at. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. That's some that's some intense patterning. You see it better on the pocket in here to look at when you're cutting a bunch of it. Woo, that can make your eyes go wonky. But this is the interior. This interior fabric is super cute. It's got dandelions and the bees on it. And that one is None of Your Beeswax. Bees and dandelions. And this is Snailed Alpine is what the top of that is. So these have pockets and they have the little loops and everything. And these big drawstring, this is my maker bag is what I call this. This one and my mini makers are fully reversible, so if you prefer to have your pockets on the outside or whatever, you can do it and it still will work. So that is the big bag that comes with it. Now I made a pouch, a zippered pouch to go along with it. I just put the bee fabric on the outside and the gnome fabric on the inside for this. It's just a little zippered pouch. That is all. You can see on these, I stuck my tag down in there because I forgot to put them in the side of all of these, and I was not about to unstitch a little hole to stick it and go back and do it. So I just, when I sewed up the seam on the inside fabric, I just stuck it in there. I think it looks kind of cool. Sometimes it's a happy mistake, right? And that's just down in there hanging out. So those are the bags that come with it. So like I said, next month is going to be a quilted tote, and since it's quilted, I won't be doing another pouch. I think I'm going to make a pin cushion, which would have the pouch on it, like I did in one of my mini maker clubs a while back. If you've been around a while, you'll remember that. So that's probably what I'm going to do for that one. Now, this also comes with charms, of course. These are larger charms, mostly because of what I found that I wanted to do. It does come with the tea, of course. This is China green tips. I thought that would be very springy. These are the charms. Yeah, this is the bee with the honeycomb, and this is, you can see in that glass, there's little dandelion seeds in there. I thought those were so cool. So that is the charms. Now, this tag, you'll note, is scrapbook paper. I've made all my tags are scrapbook paper now because you can use it as a tag, as a gift tag, or in scrapbooking, which in my mini maker club, I sent out the very first one, a little mini scrapbook that you could collect these in and make your little scrapbook along the way. So, let me get this. Make a noise. Be alright. Alright, so those are the bags and charms it came with. Now, the project, like I said, is a canvas. Everybody's canvas came in plastic like this one. This is all wrapped in plastic. You can put your name on the back of it and stuff. I was going to do the framed canvases, but there's higher potential for that to break in transit since I used the poly bag. Well, no, actually, I used a bubble mailer for these just to protect stuff that was in there more. So there is a higher chance of the framed canvas busting, in because I've had them bust even when I ship them in bulk or something, and I didn't want that to happen to anybody, so this was a better option. So this one I'm going to use for the project. I've taken the plastic off. It's just a primed black canvas. And then we got hold on, I just realized that I got all that in this pouch over here I need to take out. stuff's getting away from me. Okay. So, you also got a piece of cardstock. 2 pieces of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. And I picked these scrapbook papers because they had a lot of images of flowers and different things that you could cut out on them. And that's why I picked those scrapbook papers. There's a stencil. Everybody's stencil is different. I ordered a big pack of spring stencils. So everybody's is different. Everybody's different. Okay. Then you got, these are just some, oh goodness gracious, washi tape stickers and spring flowers, and some people got birds and different little things. There's a couple of tags. And these are all different too. They're just 2 little, these are called mini charms. So 2.5 by 2.5 inch squares. You can get packs of these from a line of fabrics. They got little snippets of the fabric for every piece of every fabric in that line. So everybody's is different because I had a whole pack of them and I just divided it up. And then there is some copper leafing in here. I'm trying to be very careful with this because this stuff tears so easy. Copper leafing. You see, this one's trying to get messed up already. I don't need it to get messed up because this is... I have one of these left simply because somebody ordered 2 accidentally and I didn't realize it until they I went to ship them. And it's like, well, you've ordered 2 of these. Did you mean to do that? And they did not. So, but there's somebody who's already, this is probably going to, so I can't. It's not for sale currently. All right, I've got to get this other stuff out of here. So then you also got, now everybody's is a Ticonderoga. I'll say it right in a minute. Is it going to focus? Yes. Pencil. These are my favorite pencils. This one's blue because I had enough of the black ones, which is what I sent everybody. And I can't find it. So I don't know what I did with it. So then you also got a paint marker. Now a bunch of people got a different type of paint marker because for some reason when I ordered the paint markers, I was 4 short. So I had to go pick up these from Hobby Lobby. I don't know. Don't ask me how I did that, but I did. And then everybody's got some washi tape, which all the washi tape is supposed to be spring themed. This looks almost fallish to me, but they came in a pack of spring washi tapes. So, and also this Craft Bond glue stick. This is a precision tip, and this is a more permanent glue than a regular Elmer's, if you've ever used Elmer's. So this is a different one. So as a matter of fact, I was too short on these and I had to pick up 2 of these, but I couldn't find the same paint markers at Hobby Lobby. So anyway, so that is what comes in the kit, and we are going to use it to make a multimedia spring themed canvas, which I'm going to show you how to do in just a minute. But also on the little newsletter that comes and tells you all about it, I printed some dandelions and different springs and different text and fonts. So if you need it for inspiration or drawing, you can use it. But I will be using some slightly different materials only because this kit is potentially going to someone else. So yeah, I will have to utilize, there's some things that I only had enough for each kit, so I won't be able to use that exact thing. Like, for example, the stencil. I'll just use one of my stencils, but it's a stencil. It should work the same. And I'll have to use some slightly different washi tape, and my paint marker will be different. Either way, it'll work the same. It should work the same. So, I'm going to put this back up, and then I'll come right back and we'll get started on this canvas, and I'll put this camera in a slightly different view, okay? See y'all in a minute. Alright, I'm back with all my stuff spread out. Some of my stuff's going to look slightly different than y'all's, only because most of the stuff I bought for the kit, I bought in quantities enough for the club. Excuse me, not the kit. So I had to just pull from my own stash to be able to do this with y'all. So I do have Craft Bond glue, but it is the stick rather than the liquid precision tip one that y'all have. And my paint marker is a little different. I found my other pencil, but since I already took pictures with the purple one, I'm going to put it with that other one. I have my tags, my canvas, of course. My washi tape is fairly springy. It's got flowers on it, so I got me a couple pieces of scrapbook paper. I really couldn't get, I gave y'all most of the ones that had the good cutouts. And I did have a few of the washi stickers left I could use. And I've got some of the fabric squares left. Got me copper leafing. I did borrow the stencil from the other club, but since I'm just gonna use a pencil to trace this, hopefully that'll be okay. And I got my printout with the items. So when I sent these items, I sent them to be inspirational, right? So if you wanted to draw a dandelion or your spring font on here or anything, or you can cut these out and glue them on if you want to do that. So that's what the purpose of that was for. So first of all, I'm gonna have an idea of what I want to do since I have this butterfly one. Now everybody has a different stencil. I think there were some bees, some flowers, some just different things. So y'all can just see what I do and decide what you want to do. And everybody's will be slightly different. And if you would like, you can certainly share it in my Teadoddles Makers group on Facebook if you want to share your pictures, or you can tag me in on Instagram. I can get the word to come out, or Instagram or Facebook, however you want to do it. And you can just tag it with hashtag Teadoddles, and I should see it. I try to look at that, but I don't always see it. But usually, if you tag it with that, I'll see it. Okay, so I would like to put me some dandelions in the corner. To me, this particular print that I have looks like a basket to me or something. And I think I'm gonna just center it here. You know, I probably won't use everything, and y'all probably wouldn't use everything that you have, but you use what you want to use. And like I said, the tag that came with your charms, you can use that too. I just don't have another one of those, so. Alright, so my idea, which maybe I'll turn this, I'm trying to decide. You can do this horizontally or vertically. I think I'm going to do mine vertically. I'm going to use this little square like a basket, which will make more sense in a minute, right? I'm going to draw me out some dandelions with my, what I'm going to do is draw them out with my pencil first, and then go over it with my paint marker, because the pencil is a little bit easier to erase and get off this board. I say that. See if I mark that. I don't know if y'all can even see that. Yeah, it comes off decently. It's not going to come off all the way, but you can cover it up with something. This is, you can always cover it up with something. So I'm just going to, let me see how I want to do my dandelion. I'm going to make a little circle, and I want to do mine like, I want to do it like this one, but I'm not sure that the paint pen I have is fine enough to do that. So I'm going to do this one, I think. Or I can just do, yeah. I think I'm doing more of a, let me just do it this way. Yeah, three little lines is the best, I think. I kind of like how that goes, so I'm gonna do mine like that. So I'm just gonna put the 2 dandelions. Now I gotta get my paint marker going. We'll see how this turns out. Mine is already fully depressed, but if you haven't done yours, oh yeah, I forgot to say my chipboard is in little pieces because I didn't have a big piece left. Y'all will have a full piece of chipboard. But if you've never used a paint marker before, you have to press it down. Mine's not going to do it. Why is this not doing it? Might not be stuck. You would depress the point until the paint fills up the end of it, and then you'll be ready to go. And this paint, is this paint marker even working anymore, y'all? Okay. Now, I had several black paint markers, and I finally found one that works still. This one's got a bigger tip than I wanted to use on it, but we're going to try this out, okay? So I'm just going to go over what I already drew with the pencil. Just like that. Alright, so I got my dandelions going. There you go. Now, you can see through that, but you know what, I don't care. This is supposed to be an abstract kind of thing. So I'm going to take my glue stick, coat this down really good so y'all can see it. I'm just kind of covering that whole back just because it's fabric, it's a little bit heavier. And stick it on there, rub it real good. Now, since you have wet glue, you probably won't want to put as much, just around the edges and put it on there because it's going to soak through your fabric. And I may can put, if I had a full, I may can put something over the top of this to cover this up in a minute. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, look at here. I'll get my little tag. A little tag. Make it look like it's coming off of it, maybe. Maybe write something on it. That's an idea. We'll think about it. I'll think about it. So next I'm going to do one of these butterflies. Now, like I said, my cardstock is little squares because I didn't have another big square, so I'm just using this little square. Let me move this. Ooh. Move this up out of the way. And I'm going to trace one of these butterflies onto the cardstock with my pencil. I don't think most of them have too many little details. I'm leaving the antenna off of this, so I'm going to put them on after. So now something you do need is some scissors. I didn't send scissors to everybody, but I like these Cutter Bee scissors for paper cutting. You just need something that's for paper and not fabric, okay? You don't want to be cutting Alright, I got a little piece right there I want to get out. I love these little scissors. I do believe they sell these still somewhere, so if I find a link, I'll put it down below. Alright, so that's my little butterfly piece. Now I'm going to take this paper, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to glue this to the back of it, because it's just easier that way than trying to cut it out first and then stick it on there, because I'm going to cover this with this paper. So I'm going to put some good glue down. Alright, look at there. And if you want to place it at a certain place, you could certainly do that. But now I have a pretty butterfly. And let me get my canvas back over here. I'm gonna stick it like right in here. So I'm gonna use my glue again. And I'm not sure if this stick glue is going to hold that great to this canvas with the texture. I'm hoping it does. Y'all's liquidy glue should hold much better. But I'm hoping that this does stick because it's just a blank. Oh, look, it's moving around. I hope I don't hold this up at the end and everything falls off because of the glue I'm using. But I didn't have a liquid one. I just had this stick one. But I'm going to let everything dry. See, it's holding the fabric pretty good. So I think it's going to hold. It just needs a chance to get a good grip on it. Alright, so then I'm going to take my paint marker again. And I'm just going to fill in the body of the butterfly. And I'm going to make me some little antenna. That way I didn't have to do the cutout with the paper. Okay? So that's what I'm doing, even though that butterfly looks weird. I think it's because it's at an angle. But, yeah. I like that. Let's see. What else can I do? I've had some... Oh, I got these stickers. I don't know if I forget about the stickers and washi tape. Where's it? I think I can do with this washi tape. Oh, wait. Oh, this washi tape has flamingos on it. It'll be alright. I thought it had flowers on it. It's hard to tell from a distance. So, I'm going to put it across the top of this basket to make it look like a top of the basket. Just kind of tear it off right there. Yeah, there we go. And then I've got some, everybody got some different ones. I tried to give y'all a big variety of like flowers, and I think there were some birds in there. Let's see, this washi tape, it's got a piece of paper on the back. Wait, this is the front. It's got a piece of plasticky stuff on the back. I don't even see what I'm doing. You just have to kind of get your fingernail up under there and get it off. And once you get it going, you can peel it off of there pretty easily. Do I want that to come up there, or I think I'm gonna stick mine on my basket and try to mask some of that stuff. Make it kind of look like it's sitting. I don't have enough of these for most of mine are pine cones, because for some reason I ordered a spring mix and they gave me a bunch of pine cones. I'll put this one right here. Ooh. Alright, that one curled a lot. Those are some flowers. I think I'm going to do another butterfly. So, hold on. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this big flower out. Alright, so I'm going to make my little I'm kind of looking at my thing over here. Alright, stay stuck. Yeah. There's my little butterfly on there. Yeah. I still don't know. I wish I had stuck this behind the basket. Maybe I can pull this up still. I can. How about that, y'all? Look at there. Yeah, I like the way that looks. It makes it look like it's going behind the basket, doesn't it? And I'm not going to stick this whole thing down. I'm going to kind of stick just in the center portion. And now you can also, if you really want to give this some depth, if you kind of separate the petals a little bit, like so. And if you take your scissors and do like that real gentle, you can curl them. Just like that. Oh, I pulled it off. It's okay. It's okay. So that's something you got to be careful of. Pulling it apart. It was real thin right there. Alright, so I'll put that back on. I still got some stick to it. So, put him down. And I can just stick this back on top. There we go. Look, can't even tell, can you? So, over here, I'm just going to glue down the stem. That's where I'm going to put glue at, on the stem. Just like that. Leave my leaves sloping up. I may round out this corner over here or something so it looks more like a leaf. Yeah. Look at there. Where is that? We need some more stuff up here, don't we? I think I'm gonna make some little dandelion bits like they're coming off. They kind of look like chicken feet, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, those don't look that great, do they? They look alright. I like it. It's fine. Alright. And let me think about this a little bit. What else we got going? Well, we got this copper leaf. This copper leaf. And I'm gonna, just so I can show y'all how you kind of use that. If you've never used it, I'm gonna put some, just me a line across the top here. And I'm gonna, this stuff tears really easily, y'all, but it's supposed to, so I'm just gonna kind of rub it on there. It sticks, and it's gonna make a mess, but that's basically all you do. Put it on there and stick. Try to make sure your fingers aren't sticky too, because it's gonna stick to your fingers. Just put it on there and stick it. We're just having fun with this. Let's see, is there any glue over there? Alright, so like I said, this stuff makes a mess. I'm gonna have it all over my hands, so I'm gonna have to go wash it off. And usually, if you've got a little paintbrush or something, you can get it off, all the excess off. I just made a mess. It's okay. That's what this is for, making messes, right? So that's kind of how you do that. You have a little shimmer to it. That ain't the best placement of that. But you could also, since y'all have those precision tips, you could draw little decals on your butterflies. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to add some of this down here on my leaves. I'm going to try to just put some stuff in here
Huh?
Okay, that was my son. I'll get with him in a minute. So, I'm gonna stick this on here. We're gonna see what it looks like. It ain't looking like nothing, is it? I do not want to stick to that paper. There we go. Yeah, a little bit. Y'all can probably get a better effect with your precision tip. Glue pens. Y'all, I have got stuff all over me. Hold on, I've got to go wash my hands off. Okay. So you can keep going. I feel like I've got enough going on here. I don't feel like I like that stuff at the top up there, but that just shows you how you can get some dimension, and you can do what you can do with the different things you have in your kit. I'm not gonna say that I'm loving this the best, but I think you get the idea of what you can do. I'm sure some of y'all's will look much better than mine this time. I may do another one of these. Yeah. I don't. There's something about how dark these dandelions are in comparison to the rest of this that I'm not liking. And it could just be because I had that really big paint marker. And I'm thinking y'all's are slimmer, but I'm not completely sure about that. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add me some things that I would just add because I like whimsical stuff. This right here is bugging me. I need to put. I know dandelions don't look like that, but I feel the need to do that, y'all. That's gonna help me feel a little bit better. Oh, because I just love things like that versus just straight lines and stuff. So I say just doing that made me feel better. I'm silly like that sometimes, but I like that much better. I think I'm gonna put a few more of these. Like I said, I feel like if this pen was not so big, and I can't remember if y'all's is that big or not, but yeah, I like that. The only thing I wish I had was a way to add some little, which you can add little flowers there. You have to cut them out, or you can use your stickers versus doing them like what I did. Now my tag, I still feel like I should have put you can glue that down on there and like tag it with your initials, or you could put like what I was thinking on the basket before I stuck those stickers on there was I would put something like 25 cents or spring, just write spring on it. Oh, that'd be kind of cute. I'm gonna take these stickers up. Washi tape's not too sticky, so I'm gonna stick these up here. Oh, I like that much better. See? Ooh. Washi tape is, it's sticky, but it's not like a sticky that you gotta, that's permanent. I'm gonna do that right like that. And I'm gonna write spring on here with my pencil on the more papery side of this. If you wanted to go over it with, if you had like a finer pen, I'm not going to attempt it with this marker. I'm just not going to do that. I am actually gonna put this on it like I would. How do you do that? Put it on there. Oh, and I'm gonna glue it down right there. I like it. My dog is trying to come in now. Everybody says, "What are you doing?" Oh, look. See? I like it better now. I feel the canvas is more filled for me. Yeah. What do y'all think? But this is kind of the thing you can do, whatever you feel like spring is to you. Just fill in that canvas with all your fun stuff until you like it. That's basically all you got to do. If I had some more floral stickers, I'd probably put some more in there, but I don't. I do have some mushrooms. I wonder if a mushroom would look good. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like it is. All right. There you go. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. I hope y'all enjoy. And until I see y'all next time, have a life lived creatively.